At this time, I'd like to introduce Wayne State University Director of Athletics, Rob Fournier.
I guess I shouldn't have walked in front of you, man. Thanks, Jeff. It's my pleasure to introduce Carrie Lohr, our new women's basketball coach, after an exhaustive search that involved a lot of our administrators and staff. People are going to probably ask Carrie why she got hired. But I had identified 6 criteria prior to the start of this process, and Carrie actually met every one of those 6 criteria. People have told me over and over again, you should look for somebody from Detroit. And I looked around at the success that has been generated by our current coaching staff, and I believe it's not so much where you come from as it is what you believe in. And so Carrie, I think, epitomizes those ideals that we have in our current coaching staff. A lot of success when you look at football and volleyball and what Coach Carrie did with the men's basketball team. Both our tennis teams make it to the NCAAs this year, our golf program. So there's not only a history of success there, but a good foundation. Unfortunately, on our women's basketball side, we haven't quite achieved that success that we've been hoping for. But I believe with Carrie's proven record in the past and her enthusiasm and style, that we will approach that very quickly. I think one of the things that I was most interested in was that she's been successful at programs with very limited resources. And I think when she interviewed here, she was like, holy smokes, you got a strength coach, I want to be the strength coach. You got trainers, I don't have to be the trainer. You got academic people, I'm like, wow, maybe she should just be the basketball coach. That would be a good thing. And, but still, in Michigan Wayne State, it gets you right back down to the coach. And the coach's ability to communicate with young women, attract them to Wayne State, and get them to perform at their best. And I think you see that among our other coaches, and I'm confident that Carrie's going to be able to do that as well. Although we're going to be working closely with her to make sure that we can do everything possible to make that happen. There's funny things. I was telling the president yesterday who I had decided not to be the head coach, and he said to me, he says, can you tell me what it was that you thought was the most defining trait? And I was like, when she was interviewing, she talked about her start, how she got into basketball. And I think, anybody who gets into the athletic business, everybody likes, oh my God, it's great to be the athletic director, you can get couch and you can nap in the afternoon, and it's great to be the head coach because all you do is play some games. They don't understand the work and the effort and the sacrifices you make along the way to get there. And I remember during the interview, she was telling the story, just to become an assistant coach because it didn't pay much money. She found an apartment in a federally subsidized housing unit in Pontiac, and didn't even have a bathroom in the apartment. You used to go up to the next level to use the shared bathroom. And I was like, that's sacrificing a little bit to get to where you want to be. And I'm hopeful this is where she wants to be. I want to thank a couple of people for their efforts. Certainly the search committee did a great job. Allison Tooks, who was part of the last search committee, said to me, wow, caliber of candidates a lot better this time. Don't know who the caliber was the last time, but I'm very confident of the people that we narrowed the search down to this time. And many of those had qualities that we were looking for. I also want to thank Coach Neely, who stepped in during this transition period, did a great job for us. Very difficult situation coming in and working in a transition. I think he has all the qualities to be a great head coach someday, and certainly appreciate his hard work and keeping the team together to make this transition. And certainly want to thank Coach Greer. There are people that I look to for their counsel and advice, and people always wonder who I go to lunch with, and every time David's having that cheeseburger, lemonade, and fries, I'm actually picking his brain about basketball. And so I felt good after our conversation that I had actually settled on the right person. So thanks to Coach Greer. And I know if Carrie can duplicate that success, we're in the right direction. So with that, happy to introduce Carrie Lohr, the basketball coach.
Certainly, without question, it's an honor to be here today. I've waited a long time for this day to be here, and I'm more than thrilled. I would like to begin, though, by thanking Mr. Fournier and the Wayne State Search Committee, in addition to the entire athletic department staff that was also participated in the interview process. From the moment that I arrived here on campus until the time I left that day, I was greatly impressed with the sense of pride that is represented amongst the athletic staff and within the walls here in the Math I. The team chemistry within the Warrior Athletics Department was and still is very attractive to me. And it's important to me personally, and it's important in the way that I coach. And it is a culture that I intend to emulate within the women's basketball program. I believe it's also important for me, though, today to recognize the two institutions who helped prepare me for this opportunity. And I would like to thank Oakland University Athletics and their administration for believing in me in such a young age at the time that I was ready for that challenge, and giving me the reins as a national recruiting coordinator and also the first assistant coaching position at OU. I also need to thank and would like to thank my most recent institution of St. Clair County Community College, where I was the head coach for 9 successful seasons. The experience of commanding a sideline and running every facet of a program single-handedly has really been invaluable and helped to prepare me again for this day. With my experience as a former student athlete, an NCAA Division I assistant, and 9 years of being a collegiate head coach, I am prepared to take the role as the head women's basketball coach here at Wayne State. My goal is to not only reshape the women's basketball program, but develop it into the university in the state of Michigan that young ladies will aspire to be at and want to be a part of. I can't wait to get in the gym. I can't wait to begin working with our 5 returning players here. Their LEAC experience is really going to be the foundation in which we will build our success. Ladies, we have a lot of work in front of us and a lot of hard work to do and to do together. But the glowing remarks that I've heard throughout the athletic department about you 5 young ladies is that you are truly more than ready to be the ambassadors of the women's basketball program here. I'm also looking forward to meeting our 4 new recruits that have committed to Wayne State. It is a great honor to become a member today of the Wayne State University Athletic Department and the department family. I look forward to growing Wayne State University women's basketball into a championship program. I am determined to uphold the Wayne State University expectations of excellence in the classroom, on the court,